Thank you for expressing an interest in the Subway sandwich concept. This video series will explain everything you need to know about becoming a Subway franchisee. You'll learn about our investment requirements and tips that you can use to make an informed decision on whether the Subway concept is right for you, as well as what happens before and after you open your restaurant. This segment will focus on franchising as a business, our history, customer service, what the Subway concept is, the brand's accolades, and system growth. The Subway chain was founded by Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck when they opened a small sandwich shop on August 28, 1965. The original location was called Pete's Submarines. The idea of starting the business came as a suggestion from Dr. Buck at a family picnic. Fred DeLuca was 17 at the time and was seeking advice from Dr. Buck on ways to earn money to pay for college tuition. From the beginning, Dr. Buck and Fred DeLuca had established long-range goals for their small business. They turned to franchising as a way to reach those goals. Franchising has become a powerful economic force throughout the world. In the United States alone, there are over 828,000 franchised establishments generating in excess of $802 billion. In addition, they produce 1 out of 8 jobs. Franchising constitutes more than 1/3 of all retail sales. Franchisors and their fast food franchisees employ more than 8 million people. The first job experiences for many teenagers often begin with working in a fast food franchise business. Franchising is rapidly expanding throughout the world. By 2014, the global fast food market is forecast to have a volume of 249 billion transactions, which is an increase of almost 20% since 2009. Since the founders of the Subway chain began franchising in 1974, we have kept to our core beliefs of offering a franchise concept that serves great food, consists of a simple operation with no cooking, low investment, low overhead, and a welcome alternative to what others offer. The corporate side of Subway is officially known as Franchise World Headquarters. The following illustrates our system-wide services. Development agents are franchise brokers licensed under contract. They are assigned geographical areas to develop and open Subway locations. Their duties include franchise sales, site selection, training, and operational assistance to franchisees. Development agents also make recommendations as to whether a prospective franchisee in their territory should be granted a franchise. Further information regarding the relationship between Franchise World Headquarters and development agents can be found in our franchise disclosure document. Subway has a limited menu consisting of fresh products that require limited food preparation. The bread comes in frozen dough sticks and is proofed and baked in the oven. The cold cuts are pre-sliced to provide continuity and consistency. Since there's no cooking, you will not be required to have skilled labor such as a cook or a chef, which reduces cost. Since the operation is simplified, it is easier to train employees. With no cooking comes a reduction in insurance costs such as workman's compensation, property, and casualty. Subway restaurants do not require a large store space, which reduces rental cost. They can range in size to a small kiosk to a traditional standalone restaurant. A combination of store size, no cooking, non-skilled labor, and limited liability are an ideal business model for any restaurant. Subway stores are located in locations from airports to zoos. Examples of non-traditional locations include convenience stores, gasoline service stations, highway rest stops, hospitals, parks, universities, schools, and other similar locations. The non-traditional Subway locations are usually owned by existing franchisees that have proven to be very successful with the Subway system. If you own a location such as a convenience store or any other non-traditional site, you may have the opportunity to buy a Subway franchise for that location. The company is continuously setting new milestones in terms of store growth. This chart illustrates our most recent gains and our future predictions. The demand for Subway products has fueled our growth. Around the globe, Subway continues to achieve new milestones by becoming the #1 franchise. Subway has consistently ranked at or near the top of all trade magazines such as QSR and Restaurant News. As you can see in this graphic, Subway has achieved many awards and accolades from business journals to the coveted Zagat survey. This concludes the end of this segment. For more details on the topics covered in this segment, please fill out an application for additional information to be sent a copy of our franchise disclosure document. To learn all about the investment requirements, financing options, site selection, and evaluation process for opening a new Subway restaurant, click on the next segment.